Hey everyone, Jay from Digiboard Games here. Today we're having a look at Out There by Mi Clos Studios. In Out There, you are an astronaut who awakens from cryonic sleep, and you are not in your own solar system anymore. Instead, you are out there. You find yourself in a far off and unknown place in the galaxy. Your goal is to survive and tinker with your ship and gather up stuff that's drifting in the void. You can spot garden planets to refill your oxygen. You can go by gas giants to get enough fuel to make sure that your trip is still going to make it around the galaxy. Alright, so let's take a look and see what Out There has to offer while you're in game. So here's the simple map screen. You can click on any of the stars and it'll let you know what it is. Like this one's a yellow dwarf, the next one up is also a yellow dwarf. And then it gives you your cost. So it lets you know that it's going to cost you 16 fuel and 5 oxygen to get to this yellow dwarf. So here's what your ship looks like. You always start the game with a little bit of fuel, oxygen, and equipment to help with rebuilding your hull, because you're going to take some damage regardless of how you're going about this game. You move into the atmosphere around any of the gas giants, you're going to take damage when you're entering the atmosphere. You move around a star, if you're very prone to taking some heavy damage if you do that. And so a few of the things that you have on your ship, all you got to do is just click on it and it shows you what everything is and explains it, and then it lets you know, like if you wanted to dismantle it, it would give you some iron, and if you needed it repaired, it would cost you 1 iron. And each thing in the ship has different abilities, like your drill, your hydrogen probe. Your hydrogen probe is used on the gas planets to get more fuel. And so on any empty space, you can just click and take a look and see what you have available. If you want to know more about each one, all you got to do is hit the question mark and it lets you know. So it's very simple, very straightforward. As you plan your way through the solar system and you move around from place to place, you come across different types of events. Like here, there was dings and dents and cracks in your hull, and it was a really close call. So now I take 20 damage, and if I wanted to, I could go to my ship at the bottom left, and I could use my iron by just dragging it over here and dropping it in here. And boom. My hull's back up. Same thing with the hydrogen. I can put up my fuel, and same with the oxygen. It's very simple, very straightforward. You have your different buttons on the left side. So this is your planet view. So once you're surrounding a certain star, you click on that and it shows you the planets that are around said star. And then here's your galaxy view. Your space folder allows you to move to any of the stars within the green circle, and then anything within the blue is stuff that you can view because of your telescope on board your ship. So let's go take you in and show you what it looks like. So here's, you fly around this, you probe, you can change your distance, you do more damage to your probe if you do that. Perfect example right off the hop. Because I did that, it's now broken, so all you gotta do is click on the hydrogen probe and hit repair, and now it's repaired, and now I can collect the hydrogen that it did pick up for me when it did its probe. So I'll try that one more time just to get a little bit more, and I didn't collect that much, so I think I'm done with this planet because it's not looking so good. Okay, so here's a planet that actually has a breathable atmosphere. So we'll go take a look at that real quick. And finally, we have our encounter. So I want to encounter the life, and they speak in gibberish, but the more life that you encounter and the more runes that you find, the better chance of understanding you have of their language. Most of the time, it's just a bunch of words put together. There's no sentences. It's all just main characteristics. So I'm gonna say approve, and maybe I'll get something. Aww. So there we go. There's the new word that I learned. So anytime that dinima would show up, it's now going to tell me that that's technology in its place. So later on in the game, you have the opportunity to come across different types of starships, as you see presented here. Some of them have a lot better stats, carrying capacity. As you see here, this one has a lot more space than the first ship that you start off with. It also comes with new technology that allows you to use the space fold even better. You don't use as much gas or oxygen as you travel through the galaxy. And honestly, it's a lot of fun once you really get going and once you start to really dig deep into this game. It's a great game, and I highly recommend this to anybody who really enjoys a nice strategy game that is deep in story and has some pretty phenomenal art. If I had to give this a rating, I would definitely give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, because it's got everything. It's got the leaderboards, it's got the great story, the artwork, it plays very clean, and honestly, I wasn't expecting something as nice and complete as this, and I'm very glad that the team at Mi Clos Studios really pulled this one together and made a really good hit. So I just want to thank you again for stopping by and watching one of my videos. Of course, if you found this informative in any way whatsoever, please like and subscribe here on YouTube. And of course, comment below and let me know what you think. And you can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and of course stop by digiboardgames.com for all board game news, reviews, previews. We're going to be launching a new site soon, so look forward to coming by and checking that out as well. And thank you again for stopping by. Have a good one.